episode of TubeTalk.
We're back in the office, and it's just me this week.
Yes.
Last week we had me, Matt, and Marsh.
Yes. This week we're back to normal.
Just me. Viewership will drop.
Probably. So anyway, we had a very successful week last week.
Did a great week.
Had 4 winners. Reporter Repeater. Well, firstly, Reporter Repeater won at County.
Yes, paid great money. It was $34 fixed odds. Got lovely trail. Danielle got him off at the right time. Cruised up. When she let him go, he won well. It was a really good one. And he's on target for the Dunstan Rising Stars final on Boxing Day. But he'll have another run again before then. Going really, really well.
Awesome. Then on a Wednesday, Prince Albert won at Rotorua.
Very talented staying horse. He's had a couple of little issues along the way, but he won like a good horse. I know it was only a maiden horse, but I think he's a Cups horse in the making. So a couple of nice options for him. He's also heading towards Dunstan. He's into the Dunstan Stayers final on the 1st of January. But that same day, there's a special conditions maiden with 50 grand over 2100. That's a really good option for him. And he ran in a $35,000 rating 65 race on the 14th of Te Rapa, but he really won like he was dominant. It's exciting.
Also on Wednesday at Rotorua, Mite won.
Very, very talented 3-year-old. It was only a small field, but it was a small field because 3 horses in the race all had big reputations, and he won well. He'll keep improving. He'll head to Ellerslie, then the Great Northern Guineas, and then touch with the $1 million 3-year-old Cracker Mile at the end of January. He's a really good horse.
Awesome. Then at the Gold Coast, also on Wednesday, Remuera won.
Wonderful Wednesday. She did. She made it back-to-back wins, 2 in a row, over 1800. Got to the front, travelled a little strongly, but kicked away and was really strong on the line. She's really starting to find her niche now. She's getting up over ground, and she looks very progressive as a stayer. All very exciting.
Cool. Then finally, Campari ran third at the Counties Bowl.
Yeah, so we wanted to mention that because it was a listed race and it was way too short for her. And she was actually a little bit unlucky. She got held up a couple of times. Dash time, I think her last 600 was 32.7. So flying, and a little bit more of black type for her. And she's come back really, really well. So she can win a group or stakes race this time then.
Cool. And we also want to quickly mention that we had 2 successful bet of the week.
Well, 3 of us there gave bets of the week. I gave a 7-1 shot. It won.
Yeah.
Stephen Marsh gave one, I think, paying $5.50, $6.50. It won. Matt let the team down.
Yeah, that's crazy. You've got a bet of the week in so long and then you get 2 in a row.
Well, as Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
So it was good. Bet of the week is backfiring.
Cool, and now it's time to get into this week, which is a very big week indeed. So first of all, on Saturday at Ellerslie, in race 4 we have Eridani.
5th on the ballot, may not get a run, barrier 7, she needed a first up run, just pull out the last bit, will be very much improved for that. But she's got a reasonable barrier of 7, she probably would settle in the first 3 or 4 if she runs and expect to see improvement. But don't know if she'll get a start being 5th on the ballot, and she might get a Madaman next Friday instead.
Cool. Then in race 7 we have Pull Your Socks Up.
Pull Your Socks Up, yes, very good run for 4th last start after winning the start before. Back to Ellerslie where she's had 2 wins, nice barrier draw, strong field, going well, can win, good each way chance.
Cool. Then in race 8 we have Deals Done.
Yeah, so we're putting blinkers on him. He's raced really well his last 2 starts. Really got home strongly. But just slightly tentative with horses around him and in front of him, and it might just be costing him a little bit. So we've put the blinkers on him. He's got a nice barrier draw. Jason Waddell on board. He should get a nice run in transit, and I think he's a very good each way chance. I think he'll be right in the finish.
Yes. Then at Wanganui in race 5, we have Rock Island Line.
Who's had a wonderful preparation. Probably his last run before he goes out. He needs a bit of give in the tracks normally. It'll probably be a good 3, but it's only a 9-horse field. He's only going to carry 51 kilos. The mile suits Kozi Asano on. If he handles the firmer good 3 track, possibly default, probably good 3. If he handles that, he can win. It all comes down to how he handles that track at the end of his preparation.
Cool. Then race 7, we have Sentimental Miss.
Yes, much better run from your last start for 4th. Excuse me. The track is going to be good 3 dead 4, but I think we'll run it. She showed last time on what was kind of a dead 5 track that when she's right, she can still handle and get home well. She's got a lovely barrier draw of 4. She's got 53 kilos. Again, if she handles that track, I think she's an excellent winning chance.
Cool. Then at Rosehill on Saturday in race 6, we have Alward.
Alward stepping up to a listed event in great form. His last 3 starts, he was second to a Group 1 winner in a listed race, then third, then he won his last start. He heads back to Sydney, 2,000 metres his favourite track, Hugh Bowman on board, lovely barrier draw. He'll get a nice run in transit, really good each way chance.
Awesome. Then at Moonee Valley in race 8, we have Sir Pippin.
Another of our important stars, Alward and Sir Pippin. Sir Pippin runs, so Alward's race was worth 140,000 Australian. This one is a rating 90 with 135,000 Australian. Really good draw. Michael Walker on board. He's in great form. His first 2 runs this time and been 5th and 2nd, and things gone his way, he could have won both of them. First start at Moonee Valley is the only question mark. They're sort of sweeping turns and short straight. They've got to be able to handle that. That's probably the only real question mark because he's in great form. He looks a really, really good chance. If he handles the Moonee Valley way of going in short straight, he can win this race. And love to have him win. Jane Patterson, one of the owners, is going over with some friends. I'd love her to be on course to see him.
Awesome.
Can win.
Hopefully he can handle it.
Yeah.
Then on Sunday, 1st of December, we have...
What? It's December.
I know. Christmas.
Franklin Road Christmas lights will be open.
Yes.
We should go.
We should. Then anyway, 1st December, Sunday, Cromwell, race 7, we have Running Man.
Cromwell has a really, really good feature meeting. It's always, a lot of people go. It's excellent. If you ever get the chance to go, you should. Running Man, first up for Andrew Carson, was a very unlucky 5th over New Zealand Cup week. He just got beaten to a gap, otherwise I think he could have won the race. Awkward barrier draw of 11. Kosciuszko Wong claiming 3. Will probably be positive, I think, from the barrier draw, depending on how the racing's going, and he's a really good chance. I think he's a really good chance.
Sweet as. Then in race 8 we have Severine.
Severine, who also ran New Zealand Cup weekend 1, she was a victor on New Zealand Cup Day, seems to have gone to another level. She's got barrier 1, she goes up a grade to a 72 1400, but she also seems to have gone up another level. She's one, her work's been excellent. She'll probably do no work in the running, and she's good. I know I keep saying it, but we've got some good each way chances this week, and she's another really good each way chance. She's a mare in form with a good barrier draw. She'll like the hard track conditions. She's a good chance.
Cool. Then finally in race 9 we have Major Issue.
Yeah, our blowout. So she's fresh up. So normally you would say they need the run, and she might need the run, but she's got barrier 1 and her work's been really, really good this week. So if she does no work at all and gets a nice little suck along, she will be well over the odds. And if you're sitting on your couch on Sunday afternoon and you see she's paying $14, you should be throwing 10 each one. Because if she races the way she's been working, she's right in it. It just depends where her fitness is first up, because nothing like race fitness.
Yeah.
To place it. So there you go. So some really nice each way chances. Probably none of our horses will start favourite this weekend. None of them.
Yeah.
But they're all winning chances.
Cool. And now it's time for bet of the week. So our bet of the week is Running Man.
Yeah, it is Running Man. I just think his first up run was really, really unlucky. I think the field is slightly weaker. The barrier draw is awkward. 11 is awkward, and if he doesn't get luck in the running, it'll blow his chances to bits. But I think that if he does get luck in the running, I think they'll be all out to beat him. So he is our bet of the week.
Sweet as. And that is it for TubeTalk this week.
Good luck, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
They top the straight now, 350 left to go. Sweet Chastity turns first over Major Issue. Out wider Mahana, wider still Pulau Penang going nowhere, further back then to Repay. Sweet Chastity, Major Issue, they're the two. At the 150, falling away Mahana. Major Issue has the lead now. Sweet Chastity won't go away on the inside, but Major Issue, no issues.